Hello, I'm Ben the Brick Builder, and I'd like to welcome you to the joy of building. If this is your first time with us, allow me to extend a personal invitation for you to get your bricks and your pieces, and build along with us each show. So a little while ago, I talked about my art and how I wanted to get back into making art, and I'm in the right headspace to do so. So let's start simple, with a 2x4. Now this isn't just any 2x4, it is a vintage 2x4. Like, look at that underneath. It still says patent pending on it, and we just need a nice picture for a reference. So let's set up our light box, figure out what I want the background color to be. I think I'm liking this teal. And take the shot. We'll grab an 8x10 canvas, and when using a photo reference, I like to use a grid. And this helps a lot with proportions. And then on the reference photo, I'll do a half increment grid. Like on the canvas, I did 1-inch grid. So on the reference, I'll do a 1/2-inch grid. And then I'll put a thin base layer on the canvas. Now I like to use this fancy tool. It's like a compass from math class, except both sides are points. And then you can use it on the reference to find where you'll need to make a mark. And then because the grid on the canvas is twice as big, you double up the space. Now I forgot to hit record. But once you do that a whole bunch of times, you essentially have a giant connect the dot, and you'll end up with a pretty rough sketch. And I mean a pretty rough sketch. It has been a while since I've done this. Now enjoy the time lapse. Honestly, it kind of feels like I forgot how to paint, and I'm certainly having trouble getting the lights and the darks how I want them. I did some painting off camera, and I was able to fix the coloring, kinda, and I'm now going through and adding some kind of over-exaggerated shadows. This will stylize the piece a bit and make those shadows pop. Now I'm going through and adding some over-exaggerated highlights as well. And this, I think, is what really brings this piece together. I unfortunately wasn't able to achieve accurate shading, so going through and stylizing the piece actually saved it. Or maybe even yielded a better result than what I could have achieved with realistic shading. You know, happy accidents and all that. I was actually kind of disappointed with the outcome of this brick, but how I felt about that actually changed the second I added the teal. I felt like the red in the brick was too dark, but the contrast actually brightens the red. 3 cheers for color theory, and I'm really happy with how it's turning out. The painting is nearly complete, but I don't want to leave it just floating in space. Time to add some shadow. I originally thought I was going to be able to add some shadow to the background and it would come out good. I soon discovered that was not going to be the case. Due to some technical difficulties, I unfortunately do not have the time lapse for the rest of this piece, so here's a dramatic reenactment. I completely redid the background and discovered that an azure captures the light more than the turquoise would, and the turquoise worked well in the shadow. Alright, let's do this one more time. It was wonderful getting back into painting, and I kind of wish this was hanging around a bit longer, so maybe I'll make one for myself. Or if y'all want to commission me to make one for yourself, that'd be pretty cool. But I'm gonna let you get going. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you next time.